Good morning. We are riding out to a place this morning or today called Wada Pass and Wada Pass. It's about 134 kilometers away from where I am at the minute, or 134 kilometers from Shibuya station, so I'm about 5 kilometers from there. Probably looking around 150 k's in total with 1700 meters of elevation. So it's gonna be a cracking day out on the bike. But yeah, pretty keen, pretty excited to get out of the city because the city is chaos. We're just making our turn into Saganaya. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but basically that'll take us almost all the way out into the mountains. So we follow one road. The streets are so confusing here. Like, cyclists have to do a two-step turn to go right. A lot of them use the crossings because merging is just not on. Haven't had brekkie yet either, so we're gonna do a traditional tourist Japanese breakfast, which will be at 7-Eleven or Lawson or Family Mart. It's actually pretty fun chopping off down here. Alright, we're on a little bike path that kind of runs along the river towards Wada Pass. Can't see the water because there's a big garden next to me. Hopefully it pops out somewhere up the top so you can get a little bit of the water's view while we're riding. There you go. Look at that out there. Mint. It's pretty surreal. Riding to Japan is sick so far. Anyway, yeah, it's very chaotic riding on the roads here. Getting out of the city takes you about an hour, and it's just stop, start, stop, start. The lights aren't on sensors here. It seems to be on timers. So I feel like you stop a lot through the city. Even up until where I am right now, it is kind of stop, start. Those blue things are awfully bumpy, and going over them no hands is not going to end well. Coming up now, they're like speed stoppers. Just hit an hour into my ride, and I still haven't consumed any calories, or brekkie should I say. So we're going to try and find a Lawson or a 7-Eleven somewhere along this bike path. I don't know where I'm heading, but I'm going across this bridge. So we're officially crossing the river or the lake, but that's where we came from. Looks like we're off the bike path now and cruising along a little country road. Here you go, the moment we've all been waiting for, brekkie. I think we're 36 k's in. We just arrived at 7-Eleven. Bunch of stuff. Onigiris, which are like little triangle sushi things. Oh, a egg sandwich, which is quite famous from 7-Elevens here. But you put a piece of chicken, so I got like a fried chicken that I'll put in the sandwich. And I got a protein bar. I got one of these coffees, which I haven't tried. The thing about Japan is there's like no bins anywhere, so I'm gonna have to find a bin to put this in somewhere. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but unreal. Not a saucy roll, but boy does it slap. This is proper fatty, but you get the chicken piece out of the like oven thing and you put it in the egg sandwich. Gotta say, this beats a saucy roll. It's actually chronic how good this is. If you ever come to Japan, onigiri, an egg sandwich with chicken in it. Thank me later. I haven't found any coffee yet that tastes like Aussie coffee. It's all American Starbucks, like Americano style coffee. Tell you what, it is scorching today. I don't know what the temperature is, but feeling the heat. Feels like summer in Sydney. Oh. Another thing I love about Japan is their car scene. I used to have a Toyota Chaser back in the day, if any of you were into cars, and that's kind of what spun me into the car scene. Finally, when I got my full license, I was like, I'm getting something fast. Look pretty cool out there though. That's banging, man. That is hectic. It's actually so much nicer out here. Once you get off the main roads, it's not really any traffic lights. We're almost in the mountains, pretty much like entirely off-grid, which is awesome. The tarmac is so nice. They're giving brand new vibes. This is unreal. This is what I've been waiting for. Get out here, unexplored lands, really, like not touristy at all. You probably wouldn't catch too many foreigners out here, but that's kind of what I wanted to immerse myself into. Go to places that, you know, you wouldn't go on foot. Anyway, it is quite windy out here. I'm quite thirsty. I think this is like a Powerade or Gatorade. Aquarius. I think the thing about me riding in Japan is I feel like from a viewer perspective, you're all experiencing it as I'm experiencing it, which kind of makes it a lot more unique in a way, or in a sense. And I don't know what's coming up. Apparently we've got to climb, and I just rehydrated, got some water, got some Powerade equivalent. It doesn't look like it's gonna be fun coming ahead. Yeah, look at that. 2.2 kilometers, 11% grade. Why? This thing fucking hurts, man. My legs are fucking toast. What the fuck? I don't know what's happened, but I've proper bonked. Whew. I don't know if Japan's at altitude, but fuck me. This climb is absolutely cooked. And like, I'm spitting. Like, proper dripping wet. One of these nootropic gels. It's like 300 milligrams of caffeine. And usually, it cures the bonk. My fucking air, or the air, feels so heavy up here too. So we're at the top. I don't know why Tucker put that in, because it's just like a 3.7 kilometer climb. Brings you up to here, up to this little village, and then you go straight back down. So thanks, Tucker. Really needed that. Honestly, I reckon that climb was harder than Backer Falls. I don't know why, but it just, my legs were not working. They just did not want to spin. I needed an extra gear, and my legs felt so heavy the whole way up. Maybe it's the altitude, but the air feels very heavy here. Again, a bloke that I just passed is doing repeats on this hill. Would I suggest going and doing that if you're visiting Tokyo? Probably not. Would I suggest riding to the bottom? Yeah, probably, because it's quite nice through the villages here, but there's no need to go and put yourself through that pain. So I was meant to go left there and go up another mountain, but it's already 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I gotta be back by 5. So I mean, I'm pressed for time right now. Done 69 Ks, so it'll probably be around 140 when I get back. I just looked down at my leg and no wonder I kind of bonked. My bibs, I don't know if you can see this, but these bibs, the bibs are like covered in salt. So obviously, I've been sweating a lot and not realizing it. It's a pork sandwich. Wada Pass was like 1,600 meters above sea level, I think. So the altitude really got to me, and I can actually still feel, my lungs don't feel great after that climb. I was really hurting up there. Even got off and had to walk a bit because I was so cooked. My legs just wouldn't spin. They feel a lot better now, but man, that effort really took it out of me. The altitude, playing 0 games here. Super windy right now. I think I'm like, I don't know what happened to my lungs, but man, they're not good. After that climb at Wada Pass, I was so good until then. Anyway, I had to stop. I think I'm like 15 Ks from home. I needed some nutrients. Look at all this salt. Like, just literally sweating out everything I got. So back in Oz, we always worry about the door zone. And a lot of cyclists are like, be careful of the door zone. Well, I'll tell you now, when you're riding in Japan, the door zone is pretty much there the entirety of the ride. I think the orange juice has helped a little bit, because I don't feel as bad, but man, I was in a bad way before. I felt like I had nothing left, which is so unusual. Tokyo City, pure chaos. I'm like 2 Ks from home, but that is it. We are at the hotel, or the hotel is literally just across the road. Big one up there. Back at the hotel, and 128.6 kilometers. A hard 128 kilometers, I'd say. very stop and start, which isn't enjoyable getting out of the city, but it's good once you get out. However, Wada Pass, that was something else, man. That elevation, or altitude should I say, really just like took everything out of me. And I've been having this weird like grasp in my throat ever since. Like I've got a little cough from it. So I don't know, that was day one. Tokyo 1, max 0. Anyway, great ride, awesome time out on the bike. Japanese roads are mint. It's just navigating through the city is the hard part. I'll catch you tomorrow and I'll catch you in the next vid. Cheers.